And we are back. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Lag, and this is Grounded. And this is the latest update from Grounded. We have got a lot to cover. This one's called the Make It and Break It update. I've had my hands on it for about a week and a half now, and today it should go live in the public test branch server, so some of you can hop on it and try it out before it goes live to everybody in about 2 weeks. I'd look for it middle of November. As you can see in front of me, we got a bunch of new building pieces, and we've got some corner stairs here. Grass, these are half stairs. We've also got them in mushroom as well, and we've got them in acorn. Well, if you guys like floors, then today is your lucky day, because we have got quarter flooring now in Grounded. Comes in 3 different styles right there. And to go with the quarter flooring, we've got these half vertical walls. They come in grass, stem, mushroom, ash, and also we've got a palisade vertical wall right here as well. In addition, there's quarter walling pieces, quarter triangle walls, quarter roofs, got half flat roofs, quarter flat roofs. We've even got quarter clay and quarter pebble foundations. And they even put half awnings in the game. That is pretty much all the new stuff that you can build with. And like I said, there's some really creative builders out there, so I'm sure this is going to help you change up how you can build a base. But there's even more stuff. How about the cutest gnat lamp you ever did see? Look at that thing. Oh, it's gorgeous. And the gnat lamp is sitting on a brand new pupa leather ottoman. Grounded had itself an art contest, and the winner got their art actually put in the game. And look at this. It's Director Schmechter, and it is amazing. You unlock this side set when you turn in the Forgotten Burgle chip, which you can find inside of the Brawny bin, which is where the Wasp Queen is. Once you turn that in, you can get it yourself a Director Schmechter picture. And now let's turn our attention to the coolest new builds in the Make It and Break It update. How about a Broodmother rocking chair with rocking animation? I'm assuming once you beat the bosses and research their parts, these new items will unlock, and there are more. And staying with the Broodmother, we also have a Broodmother chandelier, which looks incredible. Hopping over to the Mantis boss, you can now craft yourself an Orchid Mantis chandelier and an Orchid Mantis water fountain, which you can actually take sips of water out of. You can make a hammock out of the Wasp Queen. And look at that, Max has got his eyes closed and everything. Totally relaxing. And my personal favorite, the Wasp Queen ceiling fan. And you can see there that it's using the Wasp Queen wings as the ceiling fan blades. It's being held up with gum, and there's an acorn and a stinger on it. Looks amazing, love it. Can't wait to add this one to my house. A change to zip lines. This one's pretty cool because if you're like me, you've got a ton of zip lines, but sometimes forget where they go. Now you can name your zip lines. If you look right there where it says rename, you can name it whatever you want to. So let's just say you have one way up there in that oak tree going over to the shed. You can name that zip line Shed. You'll always know where it goes. Hey, look, they put targets in the game. So now you and your friends can sit around and shoot targets and see who's the best shot. They've even got wall targets as well, put on walls. And they even got a target dummy. So if you're a terrible shot, you can get better now. No need to be terrible. Look at that. Look at that bullseye. You may have noticed down in my hotbar, we have 2 round objects you've never seen before. We've got a berry leather basketball, and we also have a pupa leather basketball. Let's go in here. I made an arena. Check it out. These dudes are all cheering me on. They love it. And then, yeah, so we've got these new wall-mounted basketball hoops, and you can shoot, and you can adjust your shot by holding down the attack button. The longer you hold it down, the further the ball will go, as you can see. Oh, Max, now you're just showing off. Let me see if I can make a shot real quick, and that should be good right there. Nope, not at all. But definitely this one's fine. That's a perfect shot. You kidding me? Nothing but net. That was an air ball. He shoots, he scores! There it is. Awesome. So, this is fun and all, and you can make this in your backyard and have fun with your friends doing this, or if only there was some way this could be transformed to be even cooler, and I mean way cooler. If only. If only. If only. Introducing the brand new Playgrounds mode in Grounded. This is totally separate from the story mode. This is a separate thing. You can find it right here in the main menu, and let me show you what I've been up to. Here is my basketball arena. As we come down the hall, I should be given a basketball. There it is, just got one. And now we can play in front of our crowd here. They're all lined up waiting to see what happens. We've got scoreboards. We've got a couple of switches on the wall. This one says reset score, although the text isn't showing up great. I could probably fix that. And then this one says do not use over here. So, you know, we'll see what happens when we use it because we're going to hit it. Speaking of hit it, let's hit this shot. Oh, yeah, 2 points. Crowd goes wild, by the way. That's awesome. And then what happens if the visiting team scores? Come on. Come on. Score, visiting team. Trying to... There it is. Oh, they all booed and gave them thumbs down. I love it. But as you can see, now they have 2 points. So I've got it set up to where, depending upon what basket you shoot the shot in, different scoreboard lights up, different reaction from the crowd. You want to reset the score? You can do that by toggling that switch and it resets the scoreboard. Also, I've got it to where you cannot jump up into the crowd at all. You can't go up there and mess with them. So I've got a way to where I can block off people from getting places I don't want them to go to. Also, let's say you lose your basketball in the crowd. Okay, let's just say that went in the crowd. You can just go back in the hallway right there and get another basketball. Boom, basketball. That's easy, easy money. Oh, come on. And now I'm gonna hit this button that says do not use. I'm using it. And I did it. Oh my God, oh my God. So if you're like me and you don't have any friends, you can play against the Matt if you want to, but I don't recommend it, because if he gets me, I'm dead. Matt, don't do it. No, 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 oh God. Matt, stop this. All right, you know what? Bye, Matt. He's gone. He's gone. How does all this work, you might be asking? Well, let me show you. I'm in handy nat view right now, and I'm in design mode. Yeah, this is a whole thing, okay? It is a whole thing. I had to do a lot of stuff to make this work the way I wanted to, and this is kind of a simple design, too. This isn't that overwhelming. It's just a lot of stuff in here, and you're probably like, oh, no, I'll never be able to figure this out. Well, let me show you on a much smaller scale how this whole mode works. Okay, so same concept, little basketball shooting game here. We'll hit the button, we'll get a basketball, and we'll shoot it, and score. Yes, now the scoreboard lit up 1 point there, the ball comes back. Look off in the background, though. Every time you score a bucket, I've got it to where it'll shoot off fireworks. So this is pretty cool, right? Think of all the possibilities. You can do an only up obstacle course in Grounded. You can do some sort of battle royale, do a boss fight gauntlet. Hey, if the ball doesn't come back, we can just hit the button again and get another basketball. You can do a boss fight gauntlet, all kinds of stuff. All right, so you probably want to see how this works exactly. I'm in design mode now. I'm going to come out of there, and we're just going to start from scratch right here. We'll make a really simple thing. While we're in design mode, we have access to basically everything in the game. As you can see with all these different tabs, I'm just going to grab some of these scaffolding here, and then we'll just lay them out like that. Burr flooring and lay these out. Get a wall up there. Put a roof piece up so the ball can return. And voila, basically we have over there what we have over here. Now, how does it actually work? How do you make things do things? Actually, let's get rid of this piece of grass here. Just throw that in the trash. All right, there's the wall-mounted basketball hoop, which is what we're gonna use. And really quick, if an object has that symbol next to it, you can link other objects to it to make it do something. We've got this wall-mounted basketball hoop, and we'll put it as center as I can right there. That's pretty good. And then now let's find that scoreboard. There it is. Put that right above it. Might have to switch to my handy net. Right about there. Okay. Now, here's what you want to do. Every time a basket's scored, you want the scoreboard to register. So we're going to create a link between the hoop and the scoreboard. So I'm going to left-click on my mouse, and I'm gonna go up here with my handy net, and it's pretty much gonna auto snap to it, and boom. We now have a link. But how do I tell that link what to do? So we'll go up to the actual blue line here, and we'll hit G to customize. And then right here, behavior on score, increment. That's exactly what we want. So we want to click this little gear here. And if I want each basket to count as 2 points, all the way up to 10 points, I can adjust the slider. We'll just go for 1 point. Every time we score, we should get 1 point to register on the scoreboard. The scoreboard's customizable. Should give you the option to change the color on it. Yeah, now it's that greenish color. That's pretty cool and all, but we can make it a little bit more fun too. If we want to do, let's say, how about an effect spawner? Remember I had the fireworks going off after each point? Well, let's put this thing right here, and let's see what we can do. We're going to connect the basketball hoop to this thing. You're now going to tell the link what to do when we score a basket. Behavior on score, activate. So every time a basket is scored, it will activate this thing. What does this thing do? Let's find out. Let's hit G. We have a ton of different effects that will go off if you score a basket. I think what we're going to do, though, is the question marks, which should be just a ton of aphids that come exploding out of that thing. Now we need a way for players to get their hands on a basketball when they spawn into your world. So we can use this right here, this button, and we'll just put the button right about there. That way it's not in the way of the shot and they can still see the button. It's pretty obvious that you need to push that. Then we need to get an inventory filler. We'll grab this thing. We'll just put it, you can put these wherever. Just put it over there. Then let's go over to this tab right here, see if we can find a basketball. There's one. We're gonna hit W to add it to our inventory. Now I have a basketball in my inventory. I can actually put it inside of this thing. Open it up. Put it in there. Boom, there's a basketball in that thing now. Can I even get back in here? Gonna have to add some stairs. Okay, now we want to link the button to the backpack. So, click it, drag the arrow over, boom. Tell the link what to do. Behavior on button pressed. Grants items. Correct, that's what we want it to do. We press the button, it's going to give the player whatever's in this, which in our case is the basketball. So it should work. So at any point when you're building something, you can test it out by toggling in and out of play mode and design mode. So if we want to go to play mode, I'm going to hold down the circle button on my keyboard. And we are now in play mode. So if I push this, I should get a basketball. I got a basketball. And look, you don't see the thing floating over there. You don't see any of the lines of the basketball linking to the scoreboard or anything like that. So let's give it a shot. See if we can make our first shot. No, it's pretty bad. Easy bucket. There we go. The aphid thing worked, but they shot off into the ground, so I've got that facing the wrong way or something. So we're back in design mode, and if I hit G on this effect spawner, and, pick your effect, you can also preview it. So I'm going to hit the preview button. And yeah, they're shooting towards the ground over, like, in the opposite direction. I kind of wanted to shoot at the player. Yeah, that's better. Almost. Let's get it right where we want it. All right. That's good. I like that. Okay, now that I've got that spawner situated right where I want it, let's see how it looks now. We're going to toggle out of design mode back into play mode. Hit the button, get a basketball. Make it on your first try. First try? First try. Yes, an aphid shot up just like I wanted it to. Plus, you can see it registered the score up there, so this is working as intended. So then all I would have to do is save it, publish it, and the community can then play it. And that is how Playground Mode in Grounded works. It's pretty awesome. I did forget one important step. If I were to publish this right now, I don't even know if it would let me because I don't have a player spawner. No place for the player to actually spawn at. If we go back in our menu here and go to this Gizmos and Gadgets tab, we're looking for, where is it? There it is, the player spawner. And we'll just put that right there because that's when the player enters your map, that's where you want them to be at. Boom. And then if you wanted to customize this, you could. You can make it to where all the players spawn right there, or only Max, or only Willow, or only Pete, or only Hoops. And you could put multiple of these out. You could put 4 different ones out, one for each player. If you wanted like Max to spawn in right here, and Pete to spawn here, and Willow to spawn here, and Hoops to spawn right here, you'd put one of those in each of those corners and tell it which character to spawn where. I don't know why you'd want to do that for this particular game, but it's an option. So now we have a spot for our players to spawn at. Plus, the other thing that's kind of important is once a player's in your world, you don't want them to just jump out and run around. Okay, that's not what they're there for. You want to block them in, basically, to this little square right here. This is the only place they need to be. In order to do that, they do have these blocking squares right here that you can fully customize, and I'll show you one of those really quickly. Gadgets and Gizmos, and then it's a volume. There it is right here. Blocking volume, and this means space, not sound, not that kind of volume. So you'd put that right there, and then you'd walk up to it, you'd hit G, and now you can use these sliders, make it as wide as you want, as long as you want, and as tall as you want. So if we go back into play mode, I can't even get over here now. Look at that. It's in my way. I think I have to come all the way around here and then maybe squeeze through like this. But yeah, you would surround this little square with those red blocks. And look at that. Can't get out anymore. So as you can see, Playground Mode is going to offer a ton of content from the community for a long time to come. Now that little tutorial I did inside the area called the grass box, and that's just kind of a blank space for you to create whatever you want to. You can also do the same stuff though that I just did in the backyard. So you can have a duplicate of the backyard you all know and love, where you can create obstacle courses and things like that. using the terrain that you've already played on. That does not mean, though, that you'll be able to complete the story while you're doing playground mode in the backyard. Again, totally separate. Playground mode is its own thing, story mode is its own thing. They do not intertwine. It would be really cool to have all these gizmos and gadgets for stuff at your base, like being able to open and close a door by stepping on a pressure plate. You can do that in playground mode, but you cannot do that in the story mode. Now, who knows, maybe some of the stuff that's in playground mode will trickle its way into the story mode, but for now, they are definitely two separate things. And there you have it, your first look at the Make It and Break It update in Grounded, but there is still a ton to go over. Combat's changed, the way you heal has changed, new trinkets, new mutation, quality of life improvements, one pesky spider has got new attacks. So, we'll go over all of that stuff in my one life only playthrough as we're playing the game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and as always, it's been your boy Laggin24, and I will see you next time.